Amazing. Hi, everyone. I'm Allie Young with the Gamehers, and I am here today with some very special guests of the Rising Star Awards. And we're so excited to have everybody. Thank you so much for jumping on. The Gamehers, as you know, is a platform for good things as well as connecting amazing people. And here we are. We're going to jump right in. We have 60 minutes of amazing conversation and just super excited to have some incredible women here with us today. Without further ado, I'm just going to jump right in to what we're going to talk about. Is everyone ready? Um, Great. Well, we're going to start today with Soda. First of all, please join me in welcoming Soda, who is a third generation gamer, creator mom, and overall warm hearted community builder. And also, thank you for joining us today on a special day, which is your birthday. So happy birthday. Please, everybody, wish Soda happy birthday today. Um, the way that we're going to do this today is I'm going to ask very specific questions of everybody to spotlight the amazing things that they're doing. We're going to talk about some of the cool stuff that's coming up. And that's usually how we do Pink Pixels. So without further ado, Soda, real talk. Okay. As a third generation, this is incredible to me because third generation gamer and stream mom, could you share just some stories around how you make the world a safer place for yourself as well as your kids and as well as your community?
Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me on. I'm so excited to be here and to be able to have this opportunity to talk about this. One of the biggest things I think that I've always kind of pushed is that the gaming space and the creation space is somewhere for everyone to be, regardless of like what your niche is, what you like to do, who you are. This is a space where those things don't matter as much because every single person is unique in their own aspect. And so that's kind of what I've always pushed. It's what I've pushed in raising my kids. It's what I've pushed in, trying to bolster my friends into what they want to do. And then it's also what I've done with my own creation work. So when I go live, one of the first things I always say is I'm like, I welcome everybody in and I ask how they're doing. I'm asking how everyone's doing because sometimes I might be the only person to ask them that through the day, and that can really make a difference. When I'm gaming, one of my favorite things to do, and this might seem a little silly, is if somebody does seem like they're having a really bad day or they're just overly toxic, I use the gentle parenting tactics where I'm like, what if instead of being so angry because I don't know why you're angry, what if we used our kind words and we're able to explain what's going on? Because right now we're all in the same boat, we're all playing the same game, and you being angry is just going to end up tilting everybody else out. So, and I've found that gentle parenting tactic works 95% of the time in my games. It detilts the whole lobby because we're either laughing about it or we're confused and we don't know where to go from there. So that's something that I think is a major plot point that I take away and I try and put out every single day, is to just be the gentle mom on stream that everybody needs.
First of all, that's amazing. And also, I'm going to need to take some notes. I'm pretty sure my kiddo will probably be like, you are so not a gentle parent. My husband's the nice one. So, I'll work on that. I'm going to work on that. And I'm definitely going to take some tips from that for you. Um, Thank you so much for sharing that. And like, what do you think? Um, how do you promote? I mean, share like a specific example of gentle parenting because I feel like myself and the audience need more.
So I was, unbeknownst to a lot of people, I was a preschool teacher for a very short period of time. So one of the biggest things is when a child, like when a young child or even an older kid is having like a fit or having a hard time, you need to approach them at their level. So make sure that you're still calm but firm, because if they feel like you're going to waver, they're just going to keep going. And that's the biggest thing. It's like you cannot seem like you're going to waver. It's like it's kind of like going into like a negotiation where it's like you have to make sure that you know what you want out of the negotiation, but you have to make sure that you're still adhering to what you know that they're going to want out of the negotiation, but not giving up all of it. You know what I mean? Like have some leverage where it's like, so when like my daughter has a really hard time when she was like 4 or 5, it was really bad. She would have fits a lot. She would have really hard days. A big thing that I would do and encourage is like for her to talk about what she's feeling, say the things that she's feeling without, because when you're having a fit, and I was guilty of this as a kid myself, when you're having a fit, your brain isn't really processing your thoughts. So if you can have somebody who's like, what are you feeling? What exactly are you feeling? Then that's something that they're able to finally like kind of take a step back, think a little bit, take a deep breath, and kind of tell you more about what they're feeling. It's like, okay, so your head hurts. Okay. Is anything else hurt? Okay, it's just your head. Okay. When did it start? And then it's kind of like they're taking these deep breaths to talk to you. And it really works really well once they hit about 2 years old and then onward from there. It works on adults too. I'm not going to lie.
I know.
It works a lot on adults.
I was going to say, I could totally see that being helpful when you're talking to your community and they're all riled up about something, right? Like
Yeah.
that's, and that folks is why Soda is a rising star. Um, Thank you for sharing that. And I'm definitely taking notes on gentle parenting, which my kiddo will probably, maybe appreciate. So thank you. Amethyst, I would love to introduce Amethyst is a creator who world leveled in 2024, from being accepted as a creator at major conventions to becoming a YouTube partner and pushing for VTubers to reach mainstream audiences. Hi, hi, Amethyst. Is so happy to have you here. You've been working on bridging the gap between VTubers and facecam creators. What has been your proudest moment in that effort so far?
I have. So I believe we're on the cusp of a really big boom in VTubing. And I think it would help us all in general if there's a little more connection between face cam streamers and VTubers, and we're all just streamers. So that is one of the things I've been working on. And the one thing I was most proudest of is I was able to host the VTuber meetup at DreamHack Atlanta last year in 2024. And it was big for me more so than anything else because I felt like I was finally being seen and being heard. And now to see how many more VTubers are attending DreamHack and how many like in Dallas there was a VTuber meetup, and there's been more VTubers invited as creators, and they've even set up booths for VTubers who need to be private. And so it was really cool. Like I don't believe I was the first VTuber at DreamHack ever at all, but it's nice to see something I put effort into. It has expanded in the last year in a way that I didn't think it would happen.
That's so awesome, especially around, it's important to recognize the diversity in with all creators, honestly, right? Like when you're looking at, well, first, are you going to be at DreamHack Atlanta again this year? Because I will be here for that.
I am. I'm so excited for it. I'm going back as a creator again.
Yay! Okay, well, definitely ping me. I would love to meet you in person if that's something we could do.
Yeah.
Or that'd be awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that. Are there any? I always love hearing the stories about like the impact that y'all are making. And was there like a special moment within, when you were hosting that meetup where you felt, like, hey, this is why I'm in this. Like this is why I do the things that I do.
Yeah, there really was. So a lot of us come in and we try to be anonymous, and I have put my face out there. I am comfortable with my face being out there if it needs to be out there, right? But the group, I just put on all of our flyers and stuff. You don't have to be a VTuber and you don't have to identify as a VTuber to show up. So people came in and initially they're like, "No, I'm just looking into it. I'm just here to learn." And by the end, every single person actually pulled out their VTuber picture to take a picture with. So like we were all able to be comfortable enough and realize like you're among good people and nobody's gonna dox you. And we got to do like it's kind of a I don't know. It's our thing is you take out your phone with your picture on it, and we take a picture of everyone's phones as a meetup. And so we got to do that, and everyone had a VTuber model, and so it was really kind of cool to see like everyone come out of their shell and say, "Yeah, actually, I am a VTuber. Here's who I am."
That is awesome. That's so cool, like to be able to do that, and really just inspire others to
Mhm.
be okay with it, right? Like, and to feel good and comfortable um, about meeting up with others, and also having the right to be private as
Yeah.
well. So
Well, and
that's
that's the biggest thing for me is
yeah.
there are some people who can't. Like our biggest everybody knows her Iron Mouse, she can't leave her house. Like she can't. So I am somebody who's fortunate enough I can go out and do these things, and I want to be able to bring in the people who can't leave behind their VTuber model.
Thank you so much for that, Amethyst, and
Mhm.
appreciate you sharing that story. Our next guest, our next rising star is Care Bear. High energy Twitch partner, mother, wife, and wife who's transformed her hobby into a platform full of fun, positivity, and uplifting energy. And I just want to say that that just aligns so much with what we try to do here at the Gamehers. And so grateful to have you on this call. One of the things that you've described your journey as evolving from hobby to thriving platform. What were some pivotal moments that like helped you get there?
Um, ah, you had to give me a question that I actually have to think about. um, so when I first started, I was literally just playing games and having fun, and maybe there was like 10 people there, probably including my mom sometimes. But I think that like the first shift was probably when I started getting more and more people coming in and telling me that I should go full time. And I actually landed my first brand deal and stuff like that. And so I was like, if I really actually apply myself and try that, I could actually make this something than just a hobby. And like just growing my community and being that positive place for people to go and everything, I wanted to do that on more of a daily thing than just a few hours here and there, every week and stuff. And so I think just my community pushing me and telling me that they enjoy being here, and and brand seeing me as someone who's a positive role model and someone that they want to have make content for them, really like showed me that like this is something I could really achieve. And then winning the rising star, which is something I've wanted for a really long time, and then getting Twitch partner not long after, I was, that just like sealed it for me that like all the hard work and like all the doubt and everything, that this really is what I was supposed to be doing.
I love to hear that your community validated things for you and really supported you throughout that. And I wonder what were like, share with us a little bit about how you well, first, what games were you playing where you started kind of thinking about even becoming a
Oh
streamer or
gosh.
a creator?
I think the first game I ever streamed was Warzone.
Okay,
which I don't
that's
even touch
amazing.
anymore. I don't even touch Warzone. So it's Warzone and Destiny. I did a lot of Destiny raids and stuff, and so Destiny and Warzone were where I was, and I wouldn't say the complete opposite now, but yeah, those were. And then Fortnite,
Really?
and then Fortnite started getting real popular, so I did a little bit of Fortnite. But yeah, Warzone and Destiny were the first ones I really streamed.
That's amazing. And did your community where are your community followers of that? And then has they helped you also kind of determine what kind of content that you put out?
Yeah, yes and no, I guess. I'm more of a PvP player, so I noticed that people showed up more for the PvP stuff than any of the story stuff. I think my community now is mainly based on people who show up for me, no matter what I'm playing, because I can play some off the wall stuff and I'll still have, at least half the people that usually show up. But yeah, more of the competitive stuff they show up for than the not so much competitive.
Well, I have to admit that I have the most fun in PvP as well. Even though I'm mostly an MMO player, I don't know. There's just something so satisfying and gratifying about,
Well, you can't
beating
use a
some
baseball
people.
bat on somebody in real life, so you do it in game,
Exactly. Exactly. I can get out my tendencies and
yeah. It's not saying I want to hit anybody with a baseball
right,
bat,
right. Not at all.
but
Not at all. Not at
I don't have to see a therapist, so
Yes. Yes. It is my therapy. Gaming is my therapy.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I think streaming's my therapy, honestly, because as much as my community thinks that they need me, I need them just as much. Like I hate, I'll be honest, I hate the content side of streaming. I hate the editing. I hate having to post things. I hate having to talk on socials. I would just stream 24/7 if I could. So I just rather just be here talking to. I'm very much an extrovert, and when COVID hit, which was about the time I started, I needed something. Like I'm not an introvert, and now I'm an introvert who's stuck in an extrovert's body. I want to go out, and then the day comes and I'm like, maybe I don't feel good. Like I think my glands are swollen. So
I think I'm just gonna stay home today and
yeah, I forgot I have to walk my goldfish tonight, and he really needs the exercise. So
absolutely. Yes. I think that all excuses to play video games is, valid. So
right.
I'm good
And
with that.
honestly, it's not even about playing the video games. Like I said, like my community, I've done 8-hour just chatting sessions before, and I can
That's
just talk to
amazing.
these guys forever. Like we the weirdest stuff that we talk about too. It's wild.
What kind of weird stuff we want to know?
Oh, you don't want to know. You have to tune in to find out. It's sorry. That's viewer content only. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna just jump on and make sure that I
Yeah,
jump
just
on one of
make
your
sure no
streams.
children are listening, because it does sometimes get very rated R. So
Oh, got it. Okay. Well, thank you for saving our community
yes, I
from
don't
rated
want
our
to taint. I
content.
don't want to taint you
I will.
guys.
I want to make sure to jump in and chat anyway because I think that would be probably pretty fun. Thank you so much for sharing that. Our next guest is Bobby, Bibbidi Bobby Boo. I love that, and that's like it's such a it's so fun. Anyway, I want to talk to you, introducing you as Twitch partner, mom, and morning ray of sunshine who brings positive, chaotic energy to anyone needing a boost. And I will say that you have totally given me a boost today, Bobby. So thank you
Yay.
for that. Your vibe and energy is just off the charts. You say that you strive to be a ball of positive energy and a morning cup of coffee for your viewers and your community. What inspired that mission, and how do you bring it to life on every stream?
Every stream. So the first part of that question is just how that became my mission. before I even started streaming, I was a stay-at-home mom. I was very depressed. I was really just down on myself. I know the feeling of just being like cooped up, not feeling good enough. And it really took my amazing, wonderful husband and all of my amazing friends who were like, yeah, you got this. Like, just come on, you got this. Like, that depression's gonna kick butt. Like, they were very much there for me. And then I started streaming and I started slowly getting out of that funk. And then I know people come to me and they're very much like, oh, I'm having a really hard day. And I'm like, don't worry, you're going to kick that depression in the butt. And I've had DMs that say, hey, I was having a really hard day and just tuning into your stream has made my day so much better. I have a new perspective. And I'm like, ooh, I did my job correctly, because I truly believe that that is why I started. I mean, one, that's why I started streaming, is just so I can make people's day better, because my ADHD and all of this energy just, I need to get it out somehow, and sometimes getting it out on camera is a little bit easier than getting it out in my house with my husband, who's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, it's fine. Just don't judge me. It's fine. So yeah. And I pretty much just do that every day. By one, I will have to say this. I thank God every single day, because I wouldn't be here without him. Honestly, he's the one that has blessed me and has graced me with my entire life. I used to be in a very bad spot, and now I just know that I'm mentally better, I'm physically better, and my job is to literally tell everyone, like, hey, whatever spot you're in, you're gonna get out of it, because you just don't have to give up, because as long as you don't give up, it's gonna be better. Sivki.
That's beautiful, Bobby. Like, I just, first of all, I think that we have all been in that space where things are hard, right? And to find the belief that you obviously have in the faith to turn things around is just it's incredible. And so thank you so much for being here. I mean, keeping up that energy. First of all, I would be tired because after 2 minutes, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm tired. I'm going to go take a nap. I love to sleep, by the way, Kara. So even though I don't sleep enough, I love to sleep. But Bobby, like, how do you like stay motivated? How do you keep that energy up? And how do you keep that positivity going when things are tough?
So I even have very, very bad days on stream, to where I like go down there and I'm telling chat, I'm like, chat, my brain is attacking me today. It is not going to be a fun day. And it's honestly just constantly reminding us, because I hate to say it, whenever we're trapped with all of those thoughts, it's because we've been told so many times, and then we start believing those thoughts. So it's not about tricking the brain. It's about rewiring the brain into believing that you are good enough. And it's about giving yourself self-affirmations every single day. Literally, as crazy as it sounds, look in the mirror, tell yourself, like, I look great today. My smile is awesome. I'm going to have a great day. Nothing's going to bother me today. That milk being spilled, guess what? I have $2 in quarters. I can go buy more milk, because there's always a way to turn things around. And it's all about perspective. And one of my favorite images is the images where it's two people standing on either side of like a 6, and one side it sees a 9, the other side it sees a 6. And they're each telling the other person, they're like, hey, you're wrong, that's a 6. Like, no, you're wrong, that's a 9. It's neither of you are wrong. It's all about perspective, and it's all about trying to understand and getting new perspectives on life every single day. And sometimes that is very, very hard to do. And want to know what's awesome? We're all humans and we all struggle. So we can talk about our struggles together and not judge one another and say, man, that sucks, dude. I went through something similar, but guess what? It was 3 days ago. I feel better now. And it's just about motivating each other and motivating ourselves, most importantly, because at the end of the day, you are the most important person in your own life. You're the person that's going to care about you at the end of the day. So you really have to put that self-love into yourself, just like how we love our friends and we love our family members. We have to put self-love into ourselves. That way we can have that self-love for ourselves, because that's hard, man, especially in this really mean world where, especially online, where people bully us streamers every single day. Like, it's hard. So it's honestly just about sticking together and just loving yourself despite what other people think about you.
Thank you. That's such an amazing message. And I fully believe that, loving yourself is extremely important as well. And that's great inspiration for those of us who are having, you know, if we're having a hard day. I love that idea of like looking at myself in the mirror and saying, you rock.
It helps, man. As crazy as it's like, pull out your. We have a mirror on us every day. It's our phones. If I can't pull it out, I look awesome. Look like a crazy person on the bus going to work. Like, who cares? Who cares? Like, no one. Like, you're probably not going to see these people ever again. Who cares if they have like a little 5-second clip of you in their head? Like, one, they probably enjoyed it and it probably made their day better because you looked like a crazy person. Two positive sides of a coin.
I love it. I love it. Well, we've got some time now. And this is probably one of my favorite parts about PinkPixels is hearing about the things that our community can support you all on, or things that are coming up that you're super excited about, and that you're working on. So Bobby, why don't we start with you?
Okay, so every single year, one, y'all can support me anytime. Just follow me. Like, your time is the most valuable thing in the world. If you want to pop into stream for a high 2 seconds and lurk, that's awesome. That's the best way to support anybody. It doesn't matter. Also, go follow all these amazing ladies. We're all awesome, by the way. Go follow them. Anywho, I forgot the question. My ADHD locked in. What was the question? I'm so sorry. How can people support me? There it is. I'm doing a charity stream in December, and I do a charity stream every single December for a school in Ghana, Africa. It is a Christian-based school, so I do like to tell people that because I never want to like misguide anybody. But at the end of the day, it's for the kids. We help them. Last year we raised $45,000 and helped them buy a school bus, which I was like, thank you. I did not expect that to happen. And so last year we raised $45,000. This year we're going to be doing another charity stream. I'm not going to be taking a single penny of profit in December. Every sub I get gifted, every bit is all going to the charity. All of it. So that's another way that y'all can just support me, is support the kids, because we do that every December to give back.
Okay, I'm writing that down because I'll. First of all, we also do. We spent a lot of time in Africa last year, and so I would love to see how we might be able to support also. We have a lot of partners over there that may be able to be boots on the ground in Ghana. So I love it. I love it. Thank you. Thanks for sharing.
I'll be in contact. I got you.
Yes, you've got my email. Make sure to check in with me and ping me. Thank you. Soda, you're up, birthday girl. What can we support you with this year? What things are coming up that you're excited about?
Well, like, first and foremost, I'm super excited to be able to come back to streaming here soon in like a month-ish. So that's going to be really great. I'm not going to lie, it's been like I've been going through withdrawals from streaming. It's like every day I get on my computer and I go to play a game and I'm like, I could, but then like my internet said no. So maybe we don't. But I also do charity streams around December, January. I like to raise money for St. Jude. I started doing it when I was in college. Toward the last year of my degree, I was a big part of the stream team for my school, and we did that regularly. So around December, January, I don't have an exact date set just yet, but we will be doing another St. Jude stream. If you don't know, St. Jude is a foundation that helps with cancer research for children. So it's a huge thing. They have a lot of events. They have a lot of options for supporting them, whether you're a streamer or, just an everyday, kind of 9-to-5 Joe. There are definitely ways that you can support them. And that's a huge thing for me. And it hits kind of close to home too, because while my little sister didn't have cancer, she did go through a situation when we were young where we weren't sure she was going to make it through the illness that she had. And so foundations like St. Jude are why we were able to kind of get the help that she needed so effectively and efficiently. So I give a lot of my time back to those charities that help with children's disease research. So
I love that. Thank you, Soda. We just did a big, well, not big in comparison, but we did just do some donations to St. Jude recently, and supported their initiatives, and they're just an amazing charity as well. So thank you for that, and can't wait to watch, and be in the audience for your upcoming stream. So please let us know when, and would love to share it out with our community too. So thank you. Amethyst,
Sure.
how about you?
We do charity stream as well. I have wrapped up everything for this year. My next one won't be until March, and that's when we do the Stream for Dreams for 1000 Dreams Fund. So that's my next one. Otherwise, you can catch me every Friday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern, live streaming on any platform. And if you're a Silk Song fan, we will play Silk Song this week. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of big stuff going on. We really did wrap up a large majority of my year. The one thing I'm most excited for now is DreamHack.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you there. So that's number one for sure in Atlanta. And then we're also partnered with 1000 Dreams Fund as well.
Mhm.
So looking forward to helping support there too.
Yeah,
Thank
they're
you,
good
Emma.
people over there.
They're great. And what they do for creators, I think is really special. So, to support that community is important to us also. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
Care, you're up next. What do you have going on? We want to hear about it, spotlight it, and support.
Well, like Bippity said, make sure you follow me on Twitch. You could probably find me every freaking day. This month I am doing a subathon. I'm trying to save up for a few things that I'm wanting to get for some content that I have coming out. But I do charity as well, usually end of November, early December, just depends on when Gaming Tuesday lands, which is usually around the second Tuesday in December. But it's for Save the Children. It's usually like a 3-week event. I think my group raised a little over 5,000 last year. I think total we have almost 10K raised in the last 2 years that I've been doing it. Before that, I did Games for Love, but I kind of parted ways there. But Save the Children basically just helps children get healthy starts, keeps them from harm, especially in like distant places that maybe don't have a lot of help and things for the children to learn and do things in crisis and different things. But we like raising money for the children. So
I love it. Thank you. And please make sure to share that out with our community too when you're working on those. And then also make sure to follow everybody on the stream, everybody watching. Please make sure to follow and subscribe and do all of the things to support these wonderful ladies. So thank you so much for that. We have so much time. I am shocked that you all have not
and we're all super talkers. At least me, I know me.
What is happening?
I controlled myself. I'm pretty proud,
yeah,
man.
I'm trying to keep it in.
Trying to make sure that everybody has their time to shine. I don't want to take away from anybody else.
Yeah. We're all being very considerate of each other.
No, it's so kind and so sweet. And also I'm freaking out because we've got 25 minutes left and I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, okay, so all right, we're going off the fly, or off script. And this is where I'm terrible at, by the way. So bear with me.
Bear with you?
Bear with me. Bear with me. So what are the biggest challenges that you all are experiencing? I like to kind of go deep in these conversations and get down to that 5%. And so now we're going to make it hard because we have time on our hands. So Care Bear, will you kick us off? What kind of challenges, what are the biggest challenges that you feel creators like you face when they're starting off their journey?
Self-doubt that you're not as good as somebody else, and you shouldn't compare yourself to other people because everybody's different. And I think that was probably the number one struggle I had. Why is so and so doing so good when we're doing the same things? It's just they're on a different path than I am. So you can't compare yourself, and you can't have self-doubt. If you really want to do this, you'll find a way to work hard and make your dreams come true, because nobody else is going to do it for you. You're the only one. So get that doubt out of here. Just smack it with a bat. Let me get my bat. Where is it? Let me get it. Just smack it out of here. Just get it out.
Whack.
Wait, first of all, can we see that bat again? Because like
this is the one I actually use in the game I play right now. We didn't really talk about that, but I play Hunt Showdown.
oh
I'm
my
a
gosh,
baseball bat main. I have almost 6,000 kills in less than 2 years.
that's amazing.
Yeah, but
I
this is
love
actually
that.
3D printed of the one I use in the game. It's even got my little charm I have.
That's adorable. Also, is it heavy? Can it actually beat somebody up?
No, it's just filament. I mean, I could probably.
I'm like, wait, I might want one of those.
My
And
3D print person was like, I'm gonna print you another one and see how long it takes you to break it by beating stuff.
oh my gosh.
I won't hit anybody in real life, I promise. Okay, I only do it in video games.
That's so great. Well, I think that like just even as a human, right? Self-doubt is always something that comes up. And I think we live in a world now where it's so easy to compare ourselves to other people and other people's success and measure our self-worth.
Well, even like appearance, like I have to wear, like I feel like I always have to be on stream with makeup on. Like I actually, and one of my sub goals is chat said that they wanted me to not wear makeup. And I was like, well, you're going to pay for it, because I don't want to be on there without makeup, because I don't feel like I'm confident enough. I'm older too. I'm 37. So I feel like my aging, if you saw my bags and wrinkles, no one would show up to stream. So, but so I think just like the world itself is a very judging place, and streaming isn't for the faint of hearts, because there's a lot of trolls. There's a lot of people that'll hate on you. People who you think are friends will turn on you in a heartbeat because you're maybe doing better than them. And so it's a very it's just very hard to be out here. And as women too, like you get you have the stuff up top is why you get viewers, and it's hard. Like some days, like you're sitting here staring at the camera, like, do I really want to objectify myself to that? And I do it anyways, because like I said, I need my community just as much as they need me. And if I don't show up, someone might not have a better day. So it's hard.
Thank you for sharing that, Care. Like I think that's so important for people to understand and know that it's not always easy, right? To get started in this journey. And
I think my favorite comment is, oh, you just play video games. It's easy. I can do that. Okay, I would love to see you. It's
so much more than playing video games.
It is. It's literally like 5 jobs in one. If you really want to be successful, like it's like 5 jobs. It really is. You have to be an entertainer. You have to be a professional. You have to be a editor. You have to be a social media marketer, and you have to attend events, and you have to do all this stuff. It is never ending.
I agree. I knew that I couldn't do it but you
are doing it right now.
Well, I know, but this is, I told you, like, I'm really bad at this. This is and I appreciate all of the hard work that you all do to make content and entertain and actually build communities, right? Because I know, I mean, with the gamehers, how hard it is to do that, and for people to feel included and have that sense of belonging is something that is hard to do and is special. And Amethyst, I'm going to jump to you because I know we were talking a little bit about DreamHack and hosting and hosting the VTuber meetup. And I'd love to hear from you, like, what are the challenges that that you face, or something that that other VTubers face in this journey of getting started in this career?
Oh, from a VTuber perspective, it can be very expensive. And then a lot of people don't see you as a real content creator because you're behind a character. And it's like, if you knew how much technology had to go into making this move and this happen and all of that, and then how much money had to go into it, like we're just as valid. And that's a really hard place. I think if you want to get into VTubing, you do have to have a really thick skin, because people are going to come in and they're going to say you're fake, you're AI, or they're going to say you're a man because you don't want to show your face. And so you have to get used to that kind of stuff.
Like I can see how that would be even just demoralizing. Like the amount of work, the amount of money that you spend to build your career up and invest in yourself, and having people tell you that it's not real, like that would just be heartbreaking to me. And so, what do you have to say to other VTubers? I know that this is a passion of yours to kind of bridge that gap between creators and VTubers. And what would you say to somebody who's looking to get started?
Well, I'm really big on helping people. So if you ever have a question, my DMs are always open. And a lot of people will look at the price tag and they're like, "Oh my gosh, it's like $3,000 up front to start." And there are cheaper ways to do it. Don't get sucked into the hype of the models that everybody is buying. For the first 3 years, I paid for a $25 model and it worked really well for me. And I've only just upgraded to this model in the last like 6 months. So you can do a lot with, a very small amount of money or with your own artwork. So I think, and I've put out a guide on Twitter on how to start VTubing as on a budget. So there's always that if you're looking for that. But literally, if you have questions, you are welcome to DM me.
Thank you so much, Amethyst. And let's make sure to share that link to that guide as well. And I love that. Thank you. Thank you. Soda, you are up. What are the biggest challenges that you're facing right now?
I think that it's probably because I'm on a weird hiatus, I'm like having to rebuild a little bit from like almost the ground back up, because when you're gone from the space for a certain amount of time, like things die down. It happens. It's like you're gonna have hills and valleys always. And one of the biggest things that I always have to remind myself is like, don't focus on the numbers. Don't do it. Because the more I focus on the numbers, the more discouraged I get to like, I'm like, oh, I don't have the numbers, so I'm not a good content creator. But then I get disproven when my chat does show up and they're like, this just made my day like 10 times better. It's seeing you, upload more content, or, when I do go lives, there are like 3 people who have consistently never missed a stream. And those 3 people are, I'm not going to lie, kind of my biggest reason to continue streaming at this point. So knowing that when I go live and that live notification hits their phone, like they're just like, oh, I'm here. Like I have to go to work, but I'm going to have you up on my PC, and I'm also going to have you in my car while I'm driving. I'm like, maybe don't have me on your car while you're driving, because I get jump scared very easily in like games like Valorant. So like you're going to be driving on the highway and you're going to just hear me scream and you're going to go, like, don't do it. But no, like a big thing is that, especially when I was starting out, it was such a problem for me that I was only focusing on the numbers. I was like, okay, how can I like get to this level? How can I get to that level? What are these creators doing that I'm not doing? What are these creators doing that I am doing, but I'm not doing right? The biggest thing is like, in the content creation space, you want to be unique. I know it doesn't seem that way when you look at all the, when you look at the Twitch front page. I know that a lot of the setups look similar, a lot of the gameplay looks similar, but every creator is unique in their own aspect, like I said earlier, and you just have to find your unique thing. For me, that unique thing is often getting jump scared in different games that are not scary video games, and then not getting jump scared in scary video games, which it's a weird dynamic. Like I didn't realize Valorant was considered a horror game, but I mean, this is where we are. So that's a big thing. I think it also, to kind of touch on what Karen and Bibbidi said, it can, and Amethyst said, it can be really hard to ignore the negativity in this space. It's not worth it to pay attention to it. People flip at the drop of a dime every day. We see it on social media all the time, where I don't know about you guys, but I have to take regular breaks from social media because I see all these things, like all these little drama tidbits pop up, and I'm like, this is too much today. And it can be really stressful to see all of that, and then also kind of question if your friendships are based around the content or if they're actual friendships. And a big thing that has helped me kind of beyond that is set a boundary, hold that boundary. If your mods are overstepping your boundaries, treat them the same way as you would anybody else who oversteps that boundary. It's a hard thing to do, but it's something that has to be done. So
thank you so much for that, Soda. I think if it was me, like I was telling you all earlier, that I get tired easily and I like want to take a nap, and especially from peopling, right? And so when you're talking about taking a break, like right now, it's hard when your business almost suffers from that and you have to rebuild because you took a break. I mean, Kara, you talked about, hey, if I could stream every day 24/7, I would, but there's still all the other things that you have to do, right? To keep your business running, especially as a newer creator. How do you take breaks? How do you kind of ease back into it?
I
Who
would
are you
say,
asking?
oh yeah, I was gonna say,
No, I'm like, who are you asking?
Jump in. Let's.
I mean, I can kind of start since I'm kind of in the middle of having to go back into it. A big thing that I do is when I'm on a break from one platform, I'm doing something small on another. So like right now I'm on a break from streaming. I'm posting on like Instagram Reels and TikTok, whatever clips I have farmed off stream, which I'm not gonna lie, I have to go through and clear out my clip software because I just got the warning that I'm pushing the limit of my PC a little bit on storage space. So that's gonna be my weekend. It's just clearing that out. But kind of having like a buffer. It's because the thing is like, for me at least, when I have that buffer, I notice that I'm much more likely to come back to similar or better numbers than when I left. So
I like that. Kara, you had some thoughts on that too.
I've never really taken a break. I think for me, the fear of losing everybody sets into me. Like usually we take a vacation that's like 4 days, and we took one that was a whole week this last year. And I was very scared that like everybody's gonna be like, oh, she's gone for a week, I'm just gonna move on to the next person, because that happens all the time. But I think my community always tells me that I'm very good at letting them know what's going on. Like I very rarely ever cancel streams, or like I'm freaking out right now because I couldn't go live. OBS is hating me right now because of the Zoom call. So I'm like, no one's gonna show up when I go live here in a little bit. But it's like, so even coming back from a week's vacation, like making sure I'm still posting on socials and being irrelevant everywhere else is very important to get back into even just going off of a week of not streaming.
Yeah, I could not imagine that. And Bobby, I'm going to jump to you because I also want to hear about the challenges that you're having. But first, like, your energy level is so high. Like, I personally, like I said, would have such a hard time keeping that up. And like, how do you take breaks? How do you take care of yourself? And, when you talked about coming from depression before, like, how do you recharge?
It's honestly, and this is my biggest struggle, and it will always forever be my biggest struggle, probably because my ADHD, but it's my time management, because I'll think I have enough time to do something, and then I don't have enough time to do it, or it's like way faster and I'm like, oh God, what do I do with my day now? Now I'm having anxiety because now I don't know what to do with my day. It's really my way of relaxing is getting stuff done because I am very like I can't just sit there. And even whenever I do sit there, and I love this because and I love that my community understand this, my downtime is my mom time. I am literally sitting on the couch playing Mario Kart with my kid. We're making pancakes together. Like we're like painting rocks, like whatever time that is. Or we also have anime nights. It's anime night every Sunday. That is my downtime. We sit down for 5 hours and watch anime, me and my husband. It is awesome. We always have wine with it. It is the best downtime ever. But I always make sure that like, okay, what are the things I like to do and things that I know will ground me? Because we're more than just streamers. We're more than just people online to like be like, oh yeah, I'm just here to entertain you guys. We're so much more than that. Like we're like a lot, like I know at least 3 of us, like we're moms, like we have other things to take care of. Like we are ourselves as well. And we have hobbies, we have all these other things to do. So as long as you're making sure to take time for yourself, be like, okay, what I can take an hour of myself today. Do I want to paint? Do I want to go tan? Do I want to go like grocery shopping, just get out of the house? Do I want to go buy myself a new dress? Like whatever you time that you can take it. Always take it, because especially as streamers, we're like, our to-do list is never ending. We have to edit. We have to like, at least me, like I have to clip, I have to make TikToks. I have to take photos and edit them. That way I can post them on Instagram and Twitter. And I have to make sure I have different photos for like different socials and different captions. And they're so like, the list is never ending. But because that list is never ending, that means like, okay, it can be done tomorrow. Like you can, like you edited for an hour and a half, you got a video done. Awesome. You got one video done. Now go take a break, go do you, because like, it's honestly ourselves too. Cause we put a lot of expectations on ourselves because we know how much we can do as streamers. And we have a lot, like we know ourselves. We're like, oh, we got this. And we end up overwhelming ourselves, or at least I do. And I have learned, okay, the moment I start getting overwhelmed is when I need to take a break, because that's whenever it is becoming too much. And I don't want to burn myself out, because I do love what I do. And I do love making people happy and going live every day. And whenever I make it hard for myself, that's when I stop enjoying it. And so that's my biggest struggle, is making sure I'm enjoying it and time managing to where I'm not overwhelming myself. And I'm remembering I'm more than just a streamer. Like I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I like anime, I like to paint. Like there's so much more than that.
I think that there's something to be said about making sure that you take time for yourself always.
Always.
And that self-care is so important.
It's also good to be a good example for your community, because a lot of people online, I mean, I love my community, but a lot of people come to me, they're like, oh, I didn't like drink any water today. I haven't eaten. It's 6 p.m. I'm like, you have to eat. Like it's good to be a good example, because I hate to say it, no one's going to listen to my advice if I don't listen to my own advice. So it's always good to be a good example as well.
I love it. Bobby, okay. So your biggest challenges that you're overcoming right now? Share.
Honestly, that my time management, I need to overcome it, because I'm all over the place. And also burnout, because whenever I do not take breaks, that's when I start getting that burnout. And I'm like, okay, I'm feeling overwhelmed. Like I don't even want to make TikToks today. I don't want to edit videos. And once I get to that point, I'm like, I like doing this stuff. Why do I not want to do this today? And that's when I know I'm like, okay, time to take a break. Like it's time to, let's go get some ice cream. Let's take a break. Let's listen to some music and make a dinner. Let's have a dance party in the kitchen with the kiddo. Like it's honestly anything. That's my biggest struggle right now, though, is time management. But also throughout my streaming journey, I feel like everyone has mentioned problems. Every single streamer, I feel like, goes through the same struggles. So we just have a process of figuring out like, okay, this is how I work with this struggle. And then something new pops up every single, whether if it's comparison, because I used to compare myself at the beginning and then I learned to stop doing that. And then it was like, oh, how do I edit videos? I don't know how to edit videos. Like that was a whole frustrating thing in itself, because technology hates me. It's like, oh, I have to update my motherboard. How do I do that? It's honestly, yeah, it's just all about being patient with yourself and overcoming every struggle, because and every streamer is going to understand what you're going through. So like if you're struggling with something, it's ask your friends, ask a mutual, saying, hey, I'm struggling with this, like can you help me? 90% of the time they will help you, because we're all streamers, we're all doing the same thing. We all want to see each other succeed. It's very rare that you're going to find a streamer and be like, I don't want you to succeed. There are a lot of streamers like that, but I will say I have met way more people that want to see me succeed over people who want to see me fail. So,
as someone put it, Tsunami Bear in chat. Look at me go. I'm reading the chat, by the way. It's not a one person show. And so that is a great way to put it. So thank you. Okay, we've done it. Like,
we did it.
I don't have to come up with any more questions on the fly. So thank you for solving my anxiety issue today. I want to thank all of you all for being on the call, and I definitely want to connect with everybody here. I've got everybody's emails, and I'll be reaching out.
You belong to us now.
What's that?
You're ours now. You belong
Yep,
to
you're all
us.
ours.
Yes.
You're not allowed to
Yes.
leave.
You're now ours.
And so the last part of the show, I always like to do like a one-word checkout. What are you in one word? What are you manifesting for yourselves in the next 12 months?
Success.
Love it.
Empowerment.
It's a great one, Soda. Care?
One word is hard. I like words.
You can do more than one. It's okay.
I don't even know more than one. I'll go last.
Words are hard. It's fine.
Okay, Amethyst, you're up.
I already have one. It's not much help for you. Mine's connection.
I love that.
All right, how about this? Success, connection, and greatness.
That's so good. That's so good. Well, I wish for greatness for all of you. I am so glad to be connecting with each and every one of you. And also just, I'm so grateful to have you all on the call and to all have met you all today. And for being part of this. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Hey, Papa. She said I could say more than one, okay? She said.
She did say. She got approval.
I got approval.
I allowed it. It's good. It's good. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for everybody who jumped on to watch us today and to be part of this stream. It was amazing. So much love. And thank you. Make sure to tune in next week. And as we kind of move, like support and spotlight our amazing award winners, we are getting back into award season. So stay tuned for some big announcements for October 1, for nominations opening up, and make sure to join our community and be part of supporting everybody here and being part of such a great community that support each other. So thank you all so much. And we'll see you again soon. Next week.
Go spread love
Wednesday.
and positivity, everyone.
Yes.
Right now.
Go gentle parent your teams.
Yes.
Have a nice comment about someone saying
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.